Well, this is day 2 of this project, and I've been humping it all morning. I've moved 15 loads of dirt. I don't know, it's like 1 o'clock I think now. But I noticed my loads was getting smaller, and here's the culprit. So that clay is so sticky, it's sticking to my bed, and so now half the bed is full and it ain't coming out. So I got to take the little excavator and see if I can scrape it a little bit, clean that out. Well, I didn't get it all. It's still a little bit stuck along the side there, just based on the angles. But got quite a bit out. It's a pretty good pile there. The other problem I keep having is the dirt sticks to the tailgate, and then I gotta slam the tailgate back and forth to try to drop enough of it off to get it closed so I can latch it. And well, I smashed my thumb good doing that, so yeah, lots of fun. So yeah, that's how it's supposed to close, and then this comes down to latch it. So I was slamming it and I had my thumb in the wrong place, and I smashed my thumb on the latch. Went to pull it and had my thumb out here, I guess, I don't know. Smashed it good though. So I hauled a bunch of dirt, 15 loads. Most of it's up here. You can see it pushed out good, so we're sealing up the Grand Canyon good, and we'll fill all that in down there, and then there's several piles down there to push out too. And I did bring a load of topsoil up so that kind of fill in over the top up here, and that does have a lot of little rock in it, so I'm kind of interested to see how that behaves with the rain. Anyway, we're gonna jump on the dozer and see if we can't spread this out a bit. Well, I got that spread out, so this is a total of 25 loads, which each load is, I don't know, 6 to 8 yards. So quite a bit of dirt, and we ain't there yet. We're gonna keep moving, but we're spreading it out good and wide so that we got room for some erosion and working with it. Little by little we'll get there. But this is gonna be a nice road when it's all done. And you can see over here is the original road, and that's the other side. So, and there's going up to the shop, so definitely going to be wide enough to come right out of that shop and come down the road. And we got room so that the erosion we'll deal with out of the gate, we'll be able to compensate for that. And yeah, that's the kind of the plan. So I don't know how many more loads to fill in that gap there and bring the bottom portion up even with the road. We're pretty close, but I prefer to have way too much than not enough. As you can see, I'm spreading out quite a bit on that other side. I don't need the road to be this wide, but I do need to figure out how to build a ditch on the side of the road that we can fill with rock and you know, let the water run naturally to kind of prevent the side from washing out and eroding away. And of course, over time, you know, the rain and everything will also compact this. So it's pretty solid right now. I mean, you can drive on it, but we'll still use the old road for quite a while and just keep working on this until we get it how we want it. But eventually it'll be exactly like I want it, and then I won't have to work on it anymore. That's the goal anyway. So I guess I'm gonna go get some more dirt, maybe have some lunch first, but I don't know how many more loads I want to put in here. Guess we'll see how many we can do before we run out of time, or just get tired of it and need to take a break. That's where we're at. Stick with us. Let's see how it goes. All right, that's 25 loads for the day. We're calling it good. Just letting the machine cool down for a few minutes before we shut her down. Our pit continues to grow. We're making good progress. Stacked up some topsoil. I don't know what we're gonna do with it yet. Maybe put it down on top of the pad. And eventually we're gonna clear all this good and take her down to clay, build some dams, and this will become a big old pond. But for now, we need dirt, and this is a great place to get it because it works with our plans. So if you look at this dirt, I mean, that's a good, gosh, I don't know, we're over 10 feet deep there, and it's all clay. We haven't hit any sand at all, nothing but clay. So I mean, this is great dirt, and it'll make a great pond. What we'll have to do eventually is strip off the rest of this topsoil and then start working this hole, taking dirt out of it to build a big dam, and kind of working around to where you can get in and out of this hole, and I don't know, we'll turn it into a pond somehow. We make it up as we go. Well, it's about 5:30 p.m. I'd like to call it a day, but before I do, I want to get this dirt spread out. I think this is about 10 more loads. I don't know how many loads I had last time I filmed, but I know that I did 25 loads total for the day. I calculated that. It's we're doing 7 yards per load. That's a lot of dirt, and we did what, 10 yards or 10 loads yesterday. So we're moving some dirt. I'm hoping this is enough to wrap it up. If not, I guess I'll be moving dirt again, but we'll see. Let's get her spread out and see what she looks like. And well, it's coming together nicely, but we're not there yet. Looks like we've got at least another day and more dirt. So we got a little dip over in here that I want to bring up a little bit. The edges, I don't know, I may want to taper those more. We'll see. Of course, they're not built out all the way down, so I'd kind of like it to all be somewhat symmetrical. And you can see that we don't have enough dirt to fill down here. We've only come up to the road about to here, and then we drop down a bit and need to come up higher. Same thing down there, so we haven't met the road yet on this lower end, and we haven't covered all our sand. So I don't know, I'm guessing at least 10 more loads, maybe more, to get it where I want it. This is going to be the final product, other than, you know, working the top and the ditches and all that kind of stuff. But as far as the road goes, I always said this one over here was temporary, and it'll still be a part of the overall road, but it's not the whole thing. And as you can see, we've come out a long way, widen this thing out to the Interstate, so that's good, but I'm just not happy with it yet. So I'm gonna keep working on it until I get it where I want it. That's how I do stuff. Might seem silly to somebody that knows what they're doing, but even if I knew what I was doing, it'd just make it easier. In the end, I still want it the way I want it. Just like everything I do, I got a way I want it, and I work on it till I get it how I want it. That's the nice thing about doing it yourself. You can get it how you want it and do it how you want it, and in the end, hopefully it's how you want it. If not, then you screwed up. You got nobody to blame but yourself. And if something goes wrong, then again, that's on you. You break it, you fix it. It's a pretty simple philosophy. So I need to build out these edges some more too. I want to taper those off more. I don't want them so radical. And so that's kind of what I'm looking at here on the side. Is, you know, it's pretty drastic as far as slope goes. I don't know. It's not a 90, but it ain't no 45 either, so it's probably 60, I don't know. Doesn't matter, it ain't where I want it. So we'll keep working on it. It ain't like we're running out of dirt. Got plenty of dirt, just it's time and energy and effort. And when you do stuff yourself, make as much effort as you want to make, get it how you want it, and be happy with it. I'm pretty sure in the end, we'll be happy with this. Alright, we're on day 3. We just finished hauling 10 loads at about 7 yards a load. Some of them might have been a little heavy today, but we'll just say 7 yards a load. And that puts us up to 35 loads total, 45 loads total, excuse me. So day 1 we did 10 loads, day 2 we did 25 loads, and now day 3 we just did 10 more loads. We're gonna spread this out, see where we're at. I'm hoping that that's enough, but I guess if not, we'll be moving some more dirt. But we're moving lots of dirt, that's for sure. It's coming together. Well folks, I spread the dirt out best I could. I didn't finish it all. I just wanted to be sure that I got enough, and I'm pretty confident that I do. Still got a low spot there, but I'm high all the way down, so I got enough dirt, I believe. I think we've pushed it out far enough that we're covering the sand, and we are. So overall, I think we're fairly good. The problem I'm having is the dozer really is not good for final grade. And so I run into these, what I call chatter ruts. That basically is caused from the dozer bouncing on little bumps, and then you get a dip in your blade in the front and you try to catch it, but you know, I'm not that good. I don't claim to be an equipment operator. I just do the best I can. And so what I would really like to do for this is I'd like to use the motor grader, because that's what it's built for. That's the best piece of equipment for doing this. It's got a, I think, 14-foot mold board on it. It's pretty long. And of course, because the long wheelbase, you don't get those little chatter bumps. And I can just smooth this a lot better and get it the way that I want it. You can see that here it actually tilts to the inside. I don't know how noticeable that is in the camera, but don't think I want all the water to come this way. I think I want it to shed on both sides, and so I need to kind of make it like a crown and take it to the outside. And then of course I gotta put a ditch down the outside and rock that in, and everything is at least what I'm thinking. So yeah, that's where we're at on that. I want to use the grader. The problem is that the grader needs a bunch of work. It's got no brakes, which, you know, I could go uphill on it and it'd be fine, but it's just something I need to fix. And it's got a bunch of little hydraulic leaks that I need to go through and fix what I can. You know, it's probably just O-rings and things like that, but basically valve bodies are leaking and stuff, so it needs work. That's the thing, you know, I try not to pay too much for equipment. I bought it all at auction and got good deals on everything. But with that, I mean, it's old. I mean, that dozer right there is one of my better pieces of equipment. That's 1980, so what, 24 years old, 44 years old. So yeah, 44-year-old piece of equipment, still running good, and that's in great shape. I don't really have many issues with that thing. Other stuff, you know, the years vary, but I believe the grader is 1970s technology. That's when it was built, in the 70s, I believe. It's unfortunately, the brand is I believe you call it Galion. The brand is a popular brand, taken over by Dresser, I believe. And you can get parts for a lot of it. The problem is that the specific model that I have, which is like a S500E, seems to be a very scarce model. Maybe they didn't build very many of them or whatever, but just finding anything about it seems to be a real challenge. So I'm just gonna have to tear it apart and fix it best I can. And where I need parts, I'll have to take the parts off and, you know, try to find a part that matches. So it's going to be a challenge and it's going to be a big job, but I'm going to have to move that up in the priorities. Anyway, that's where we're at on that. As always, folks, we appreciate you watching our videos and supporting our channel. We especially love it when you leave comments, so please take the time to leave a comment. Appreciate it. Anyway, till the next time, take care. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one.